home of the Super Bowl. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Steelers.
Years of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl? Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They go play action. Mayfield. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They can on the first play attack the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, Mayfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Barton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Dwyer. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. A toss left, Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Bass is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Mayfield down. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dwyer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dwyer. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. Dwyer. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. But he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
First down, Mayfield. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On the give, this is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mayfield on play action. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. It's a 3-point game here early. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Throwing, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To throw on second down, Dwyer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Blake Gillikin now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Mayfield to throw it. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Chicago offense set to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing on 1st down. Dwyer completes a Mooney on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in a double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Barton. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to move back in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Broke through some contact, but ultimately only able to get to his own 20. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Dwyer. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, Dwyer. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again to Henry. And he's got it down to the 28. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dwyer. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. T.J. Watt coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's swung out wide to Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. A short one there to Freiermuth. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. It was a clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Dwyer. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 34. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And look, they got it, good for them, but they were within his range. I know that would have been a long field goal. I'm kind of surprised he didn't kick it, though.
I guess what he's going to have to do is frame it as, I just had so much confidence in the offense there, that's why I went for it. It's not me saying you couldn't have made that field goal. I'm going to need you later. Stay ready.
Yeah, he did have the one miss earlier, but you're right, stay ready. There's still plenty of time in this game. First down, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. The extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Back to throw. Dwyer. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On first down, Dwyer. He complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield now. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On the delay, here's Harris. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll take it inside the 25. From the 24, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry for Henry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator who showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
Throwing on 1st down. Dwyer. This will go to Henry out wide. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Dwyer. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 3rd down, Dwyer. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 2-point game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here we are before the launch a drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Play fake. Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. No surprise at this point, it's Freiermuth yet again. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. This is Harris on the draw, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Mayfield. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson from 6 yards away. And the Steelers have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And a busy night for Henry continues. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, Dwyer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Harris running straight ahead. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the give, this is Harris. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mayfield. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the...
Madden football.
Years of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl? Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On first down, Dwyer. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Looking to throw. Dwyer. A check down here for Henry. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing on first down. Dwyer. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. Inside handoff, Henry. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on Media Day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That is incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early in this offense. How imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Dwyer. And fights him off. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. First carry for Najee Harris. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw on 3rd down, Dwyer. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. fielded at the 20. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Complete. It's Johnson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And again, it's Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Mayfield. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and 8 coming up. They hand this off to Harris. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown! Najee Harris from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. we've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. It's a tight game here early. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On third down, Dwyer forced out to his left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Dwyer. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that
he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, Dwyer. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Henry up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3rd and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. Back to throw. Dwyer. And that is incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, Mayfield. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, and they go back to Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Looking to throw. Dwyer. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Dwyer. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dwyer. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board. So
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And it's fielded at the 34. Oh, what a move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Dwyer buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Throwing on third and long. Dwyer. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Mayfield off the play fake. He gets it complete to Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing on 1st down. Dwyer slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Dwyer. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Dwyer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Dwyer. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Down to the 25. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dwyer. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. To throw on 2nd down. Dwyer. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Tack McKinley drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the gun on 3rd down. Dwyer out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. From the 31, Mayfield. He finds Pickens over the middle. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the 36, Mayfield. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. A short one there to Freiermuth. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And again, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Mayfield down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool out of the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he is going to have the 1st down as he gets this up to his own 11.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 108 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Dwyer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A heck Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Here's Madison running on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.